Greetings. Welcome to the Captive Desk Summoning Stream. Happy 1st of October to everyone. And I was thinking, what better way to kick off the Halloween season than a summoning stream? Now, just a little background. I was watching a video that had a person on talking about aliens, and you can see the video. It's on my channel. And they were mentioning Hugh Ross quite a few times. And I thought Hugh Ross was pretty much a moderate, but I ended up looking around and seeing that Hugh Ross is big into aliens and UFOs as well. So I ended up making a video about that. And in this video, and I'll have some clips I'll be showing here, Hugh makes the claim that if you are dabbling around in the occult, Ouija boards, tarot cards, occult music, whatever that may be. If you have a relative that's in the occult, if you have a partner that's into the occult, there's all these different ways that the demons can then manifest once you have somebody playing around in the occult, because apparently the demons have to be invited in. So somebody close to you has to be playing with Ouija boards. That enters the demon, or allows the demons to enter in, and that the aliens and the UFOs are actually demons. Now, those of us in the USA, we had congressional hearings going on about UFOs, UAPs, aliens. Supposedly the government has recovered craft and everything. But according to Hugh Ross, it's invisible. It's not material. It's not physical. It's all spiritual. And there's no way they have any of this stuff. And that's why we don't find the stuff when the aliens / demons crash into the planet all the time. So as it got deeper and deeper, like I say, I ended up just doing a video. And you can check out the video. I tried to give all the details in the video. It's the last video I posted. So back to Hugh Ross. Hugh Ross, and I'll play the video here in a moment, gives the scientifically testable model that if you play around with this stuff, you will see a UFO or maybe have an alien encounter. And I've never seen one. I've never seen anything in the sky I couldn't explain. It was either the space station, or it was an airplane, or it was the blimp, because there was something going on around here and they had the blimp in the sky. I've also noticed that some of the incidences are because of Venus in the sky. And where I am, we don't really get the big Venus in the sky. So I've never experienced that either. So all in all, I just looking forward to seeing something in the sky. So this is going to be something a little different. We're going to approach this with the scientific approach, because Hugh Ross says scientifically you can test this. You dabble with this stuff, the aliens will show up, you'll see a UFO, something. And if not, to basically let him know that it didn't work. So let's take a look at the clips here, and we'll see what Hugh has to say.
It exists here, but it's rare, but there it was common. And that's something else we see in the database. A lot of this goes on in equatorial Brazil. A lot of this goes on in France. But France and equatorial Brazil is where you got a significant percentage of the population that are significantly involved in the occult, witchcraft, paranormal, etc. And as I've traveled around the United States, there's 2 states where I've been able to see a significantly greater number of people reporting these kinds of phenomena, Hawaii and Alaska. But Hawaii and Alaska is where you also have a higher percentage of people involved in the occult. So that's one of the claims we make in our book. There's a direct correlation between the degree of occult involvement and these UFO experiences, these UFO encounters, and especially where people have a close enough encounter that they're getting a message from these beings. But we also close our book off by saying, if you will take the steps to eliminate the occult from your life, that will be the end of your UFO encounters. And this book has been out for, 18 years now. And I've challenged people, okay, try this and let me know if it doesn't work.
Okay. Just so you know, I'm not making this up. And I hope everybody heard that okay. I should have asked. Everybody heard the video clip okay? Volume's all right? Must be. Okay. We got one more video clip here. And I like to put this up because I don't want to put words into anybody's mouth or anything like that, okay? So everybody heard what he said, right? This is testable, right? So
Find it interesting that nations of the world where you got a higher percentage of the general population involved in the occult, you also have a higher percentage of the population reporting these close encounters with UFOs. And that even shows up in the 50 states of the United States. States where the incidence of the occult activity is high, like Alaska and Hawaii, we also see a correspondingly higher percentage of people claiming to have these encounters with UFOs. So our point is we're providing a scientifically testable explanation. If you open the doors of the occult, this is going to happen to you. Close the doors, that'll be the end of the phenomena.
okay. Fair enough, Hugh. Hughes says that if you are dabbling in the occult, that you were going to see a UFO or an alien or a UAP or something, you're going to have an encounter. Okay. So I thought it was pretty clear that he said in his few words, this is scientifically testable. And if it doesn't work, let him know. And I will give Hugh credit. He does seem to, if you send him a message on social media or whatever, he'll respond. And so we're going to hold him to it. So, Hugh, if you're watching, here we go. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to say I'm not out to mock anybody here. This is not mocking anything that has to do with any Wiccan beliefs or anything else. All right. This is just taking Hugh for his word and doing our best to do a scientific test. Okay. And I've put the link up there. Anybody wants to hop on, you're welcome to hop in. Well, I don't know really how long this is going to go or anything. I'm just winging it. Okay. Because one thing I've been telling folks is I really haven't looked at this stuff. Okay. I didn't want to so-called cheat or maybe stir something up ahead of time that I shouldn't have stirred up or anything like that. Okay. Now, one of the first things I want to let everybody in on let everyone in on the captive desk here. We've got some assortment of things, so I hope I've got everything covered. And first of all, I've got an incense burner, and it's even pyramid shaped. Okay, because I remember back in the day there was a lot of pyramid power and everything, so I figured, okay, well we're gonna might as well get one with a pyramid shape, right? And we're gonna set things off because one of the things that seems to really mess with the spirits is sage. So you gotta have some sage, right? We're gonna start out things with some sage. And we got okay, we got some sage here, and we've got our little thingy and everything. All right, put that in there. This is this does some well, it does a lot of things from what I understand. Cleanses spirits. Something like that. And again, I do not know anything about what I'm talking about. So if anybody does, you're welcome to hop in and let me know. But so we're starting out everything, and I hope everybody's getting that. I've got it right in the camera there. I hope it's going through, traveling through to your screen. Everybody getting the sage. Everybody's being cleansed, right? We're getting a good cleansing here. Get all the spirits right and in order. Okay. All right. And I did want everybody to know that I did solve the puzzle. And I'm going to lock that in. For those of you that don't know, that's the Hellraiser puzzle. And I have solved it and I've locked it in. So we've got our puzzle solved. And this should open a portal as well. Just because it's on the captive desk. And I wanted to show it off. Okay. There we go. And we do have a crystal ball. And I don't know if anybody else can see anything, but all I see is the lights reflecting in the crystal ball. So right now, there's nothing going on in the crystal ball. Now, I don't know what this other stuff is, but I figured we're going to have some fun. We're going to open it up. We're going to check it out, and we're going to learn too, okay? So, and again, I'm not offending anybody. I mean no disrespect. If there's any Wiccans in the audience and I'm doing anything wrong, let me know, okay? We're just trying to be fair and open, and I didn't want to mess with any mojo or anything before the stream, okay? So I'm going to make sure that we take care of this. And we're going to look at our other stuff here. And I didn't forget about Big Bad Mama. Has Big Bad Mama been here yet? Big Bad Mama did put in a request for a succubus. And I am pretty sure we have some love potions. So we're going to try and hook up Big Bad Mama too tonight. Okay. Okay, so we got our pentagram. Not sure which way it should go. I think we'll just lay it down. There you go. That's how it laid down. So, okay. And we have got tarot cards. Now, these things terrify Greg Locke. Okay. I have seen Greg Locke just literally terrified by these things. I don't know what it is, but we're going to find out. Okay. So I hope everybody's ready. I want to forewarn you, if tarot cards terrify you, look away. All right. I've never even, I say, this is all new to me. I've never seen them. And I figured I would share the fun with everybody while we're at it and just open this stuff up and check it out. And we got Tobin here. Hey, Tobin.
Good evening. I got some background noise here going on, so I'll stay muted.
All right.
It looks like you got it going on, though.
We're checking it out. We're checking it out. All right. We've got cards. Where's the there it is. I have never had a tarot card reading. I have never seen I've heard of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about them, right? But I have no idea what it is or anything. Apparently, there are cards. And then they have different things on the other sides of the cards. And then you have a book. And apparently, this is the guidebook that tells you what all these cards are. So let's see. Okay. Example of a 3-card reading. All right. We're gonna look at the 3-card reading. It says to shuffle the deck thoroughly. While shuffling, ask the querent what he or she is seeking, or they, and understand the question that the cards will answer. You deal 3 cards face down. You turn over the center card representing the present. And then you have to decipher.
The center card is the present time?
Yes. The center card represents the present. The 5 swords tells us that the querent has recently had a conflict with one or... Sorry. So then you have to go into deciphering the card. Turn over the left card representing the past. And then turning over the right card is predicting the future. Okay. I think I'm understanding this. It's only a couple of pages of directions. You've got this, 3 cards. So that's it. Okay.
I thought there would be a lot more to this.
That's it. I mean, most of this book is what the cards mean. So there you go. I'm looking through the book, and this is really, past, present, future. So that's, I guess, the basic way this reading works is it's going to give you your past, present, and future. All right. So what we need is a question. And I don't want to ask myself a question. Tobin, do you got a question? Chat, somebody have a question? We need a question that's not my question. So what is somebody interested about? And everybody think about that. And while you're doing that, I'll give these cards a good shuffle, okay? Make sure it's the right way here, okay? And I'm going to give these a good shuffle. Everybody seeing me? Yeah, okay. There we go.
Ooh, I got a question.
Okay.
I do got a question. are we going to see aliens tonight?
Okay. I like it. That goes right in with the stream. Well said. All right. Okay, so we shuffled them around. Okay, everybody saw me do that. Keeping my hands on them here. Everybody can see me, right? And get my scissors out of the way. Okay. So we want to put 3 cards. 1, 2, 3 cards, right? And then we're going to double check. And we're going to see that the middle card is the present. So we're going to turn over the middle card. And let's see. This middle card says love, compassion, creative, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, a new baby, a proposal, and a marriage. If it's reversed, it's emotional loss, blocked creativity, emptiness, self-love, intuition, and repressed emotions. Well, I think that I picked it up backwards, didn't I? Because that's the way I laid them out. So we're gonna have to say for the present then it would be reversed. So that's not looking good on the creativity. We got to get more creative.
I agree.
Because we're blocking creativity. Maybe I'm not getting enough incense. Okay, well we need more creative vibes, people. I know there's some folks and I know there's some artistic folks out there. You got to get those artistic vibes.
Doing matte colors today.
That's right. You were coloring. Don't you do music too? Any other musicians?
Here, hang on. Let me grab something. It's right over there.
Okay, yeah, we need it looks like we need some artistic vibe. But that's what's happening right now. So right now,
like
let's see,
we just start doing this one.
There you go. That's what we need. Some artistic vibe, okay? Because this is the present. Okay, and we just started, right? So this can still be, that we haven't opened the creativity enough. So, and then what was the order then again? We're gonna double check. Going to the left card.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's right or left.
Yeah, the left card is the past. So, let's say this is my left hand, right? Got my ring on, right? My wedding ring. This is my left hand. So this is the left card. We're going to check out the left card. And again, I laid him down reversed. So, I'm sorry, I got to bring it up a little closer. Okay, greed, indulgence, material loss, stubborn, obsessed with wealth and status, financially inept. All right, so I would have to go with the first one is indulgence. That's what we're doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are indulging, right? So, that I'd have to give this card a win. First, I don't know if y'all can see it. It's pretty small. But the first thing on that card says indulgence, and that's what we're doing. So we'll have to give this card. Now, the other ones, again, are not really applicable here. Not being stubborn. And this has nothing to do with finances. So we've got either indulgence or material loss and being stubborn. So we'll scratch stubborn. We got material loss. I bought this stuff, so I think that's a material gain, right?
Yes, I would count that as a gain. Hmm.
So we're left with indulge. So we're going to give that one. We're going to give that one a positive. That one, okay. Yesterday, yes, we decided to indulge. All right. So then the future now is the one that's the question, right? Okay. So again, this no ring on this hand, right? This is the right side, right? And I think what we should do on the next question, we should random. I see. I kept them all the same way on purpose, but you know what? We should probably mix that up because it's how you lay them down. So I just thought about that. But this is our test run. We're going to do another one. So everybody, think about a good question. We're going to do another one. This is our test run because I just figured. I just thought about that. All right. So on this way, we have self-love, disharmony, distrust, breakups, imbalance, tension, and broken communication. Okay, some of those distrust is maybe because we're testing this, skeptical. And the imbalance could be because I haven't got the vibe set quite right because I don't know what I'm doing. So that could be my fault.
Yeah, we're on a learning curve right now. This is your
Right.
first
So
time.
I don't think the spirits can hold that against us, can they?
They would be evil spirits if they were holding that against us.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair. We're trying. We read the directions and everything, right? I mean, okay, so I don't feel any tension. Broken communication. So this is kind of leaning. I would say that it knows we're skeptics. If I was to read this card, that's how I would read it because it mentions distrust. And if you want to see, it does say distrust on there. All right. Yeah, but see, now here's the thing: it's which way the card goes, right? And I kept them all the same way. So what we need to do to make this fair would be to mix them all up. So what we need to do is turn them like this way, and then some this way, and then some this way, and some this way, and this way, and that way, and that way, and that way, and that way. There. Okay. I think that's more the idea. Okay. We're going to try this again. Who's got a good question? Somebody out in the chat. Come on, help us out. I see a bunch of people out in the chat there. Hey, Nara, Azho, AR, Carrie Ann. Who else is out there? I know I saw Al. I saw Mike and Scott, I think. And Randy. There's a whole bunch. Yeah, we got plenty of folks in the chat there. We need we need a really good question to ask the cards. Who's got a who wants to find out about themselves? Anybody Anybody single out there hoping to not be single anymore?
This is a chance to get a free tarot read. You know, most people, you got to pay like 25, 30 bucks if you go step into a place.
Right. Good point. I'm doing this for free. Okay. This is, and I'm hoping I'm keeping it, on the up and up, is, that everybody can see that I'm doing this. I don't have the best camera crew. Sorry. I'm kind of stuck with some stable cameras here. All right. But if somebody had a camera behind me, I hope you could see that, this is me doing this and everything. And yeah, here we go. All right. We got a life question. AR wants to know about a raise. All right. I think that's a good one. All right. A lot of people want to know about the finance. I noticed there was financial answering questions on the cards, right? Okay. That's a good one. All right, AR. All right. This way, they're all shuffled going different directions. Okay. So we're going to put down 1, 2, 3 cards. I'm going to have a drink. Okay. Now, my incense has been going pretty good. And it's pretty smoky in here. Smells like sage, so I hope it's cleansed. Seems to be burning down pretty good. So we're going to find out about AR. So what we want to do is what the present is first, or should we do the past first? Which the past or the present first? We don't want to do the future yet. We want to test these out to see if it's actually. What do you think? We'll ask AR. AR is the one doing it. AR, should we do the past or the present first? See what AR says here.
I see he says the present.
Okay, all right, he wants to do the present. All right, we're going to do that. So that's the middle card. And it's facing this way. So I'm going to read this one right here. That begins with upright. Okay. Inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential. That may be the one you're hitting on. Free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. So I would say that if you're hitting on the potential, that would be your present, right? Because you're asking about your finances, right? Right. So we'll go with potential. That's what it says right on the card there, potential. So we'll take that as your hit on your asking about your finances. So then we'll go to the past, because we're going to do that one last. And it's again reading it upright this way here. It says in the past would be a burden, extra responsibility, hard work, and completion. Wow. That would be a pretty good hit there.
I agree. That definitely kind of suits it, doesn't it?
That does come across pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, yeah. That almost perfectly in line with asking about a career question. A burden, extra responsibility, hard work, and completion. You gotta hit AR. All right. So now the question is, what is to come? Do we get positive or negative in the wording on the next card? So here we go. Future, here's my hands. This is the past. This is the future. Wedding ring, right? Left hand, right hand. So future. Reading this way upright. Energy. Passionate. Inspired action. Adventure. Fearless. And impulsiveness. I'm not seeing a positive or negative there. Unless you take how the energy is in you, because the first word would be energy. Oh, there's Mama. Excuse me. Yeah, I got your note right here, Mama. We didn't forget about. I'm gonna look for a love potion. An interdimensional love potion. We're gonna look for one. So I'm a little on the fence this way, AR. I'm not sure. The only other thing is how you would read this card, because I'm noticing here there's a spot that says yes. So let me check and see if that is to answer a question, because again, we don't know. Let's see what it says about the cards. Face card associated with the elements, cups to water, cards in each of the suits of symbolism, corresponding elements, the spread, the past, the present, and the future. Familiar with your deck. Okay. Familiar with your deck, study the suit number to look for trends, similarities, look at the pictures, use everything on the card to draw a meaning. If a card is presented upside down, the reader may interpret that as contrary to the typical meaning of the card. Okay. So if you read it upside down, it's the opposite answer. And it says, look at everything on the card. Okay.
How many cards are there in that deck that have a yes or no in that corner?
Well, it looks like out of these three here, 2 have a yes and 1 has a no. And then if it would be upside down, it's the opposite. So yeah, they don't all. Let me take a look. We've got yes, maybe, yes, 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 yes. I don't know what the opposite of maybe would be. There's a no. Yes, yes, yes. No. Yes, no. Yes, yes. A lot of them say yes, but it says it's only a yes if it comes up yes. That's why it matters which way the card is laid down. So even though it would say yes, if the card is upside down when you lay it down, and this, remember, because there's print on each end, you got words here and you got words here depending on which way it's laid down. So then the yes would be the negative. It would be the opposite.
But that was right side up, right? He got a yes
It
for
was
that.
right side up. So if you go by the yes, no, maybe question, you got a yes. So I would say that if somebody was looking for a yes or no, that part of the card does yes or no's. I think we're on to the yes or no's. All right. All right. So I'm understanding a little bit better here. What some of these other symbols mean, I'm not sure. But I think it would take a little more experience. They do list the elements. And then each one of these people also means something too. But it does have the yes and no option. Okay. Let me ask it. See if it says I've been playing this fair. We'll ask the spirits if I've been playing this fair. We're gonna test myself. Okay, we're gonna mix these up. We're gonna deal out 3 cards. And then the present is I would say the hit on this card would be indecision, probably, because we're testing this. Otherwise, we have self-love, disharmony, imbalance, misalignment of values. I don't think any of these apply. Conflict of bad choices. I hope that doesn't mean a bad demon. If I was reading this card, I would be on indecision, because that's what we're doing in the present moment. So I would probably hit on indecision. And then the past would be, we've got movement, progress, action, determination, willpower. Okay. So now what we're going to look for is a yes or no answer to, have I been playing this fairly? And that's the future. I hit on a yes. So there you go. The spirits are with me right there. I know. Can you? That's the yes right above my finner. Yeah, it looks pretty clear. Come on, wait, come back. Yes. So the spirits have said that I was playing it fairly. And it hit right. Because if it would have said no, I would have said, hey now. Right? Because I think I was playing it fairly.
Hey, now we need a
Well,
bigger book with more instructions.
That is my understanding, that there's a lot more to understanding how to read the cards, but I'm using like a hit or miss approach, right? I'm just looking for things that either hit or miss, right? And to be honest, a lot of these read with a lots of hits and a lots of misses in either direction. So I think you can read into them a lot of things. I do find it interesting that there is a yes or a no on there. So that's putting it out there that if you're going to ask a yes or no, and if it says no, then you're really going to have to dig more into what the card says to explain why that didn't happen or did happen, right?
Well, and it seems like kind of like the odds are in the favor of getting a yes. If there's more yeses than nos, I mean,
And
how do the
maybes.
spirits feel about that? That unbalance of yeses and nos. Oh yeah, there's maybes too, right?
Yeah, see, here's one that says maybe on it. Right there, it says maybe. So I'm wondering about why ask a question if it's just going to be maybe, because aren't you already at a maybe point? And that's why you're asking the card for a yes or no, right? So I think the maybes I have a problem with, but I do like that there are at least some no's in there. So it's not impossible to get a no. It isn't set that way. And maybe there is maybe a positive energy lean, that they're hopeful more for yes answers. So maybe why that seems that there's more yeses. I didn't give a count. Again, I opened these up in front of everybody, right? I no idea, and I hope you can see I have no idea what these things say. All right, but the way they're reading and the way you can flip it, I think you can cover a lot of things with them. But they are interesting, and I don't feel anything.
I've always really liked the artwork that went into the cards.
They are. Each one has its own artwork on it. Yeah. Some look like mythological people. This doesn't look very good. This looks like a fire with people falling out of a building. That's the tower. I don't think I'd want to get that one. Weapons, different kind of weapons. People that look like they're in authority, like a king, maybe a prince, a queen. You do have a definite royalty theme. Somebody that looks like a wizard. Things are elements like the sun and everything. All right, well, those are really interesting. And I would have to say, if it was just by a yes or a no, that AR did get a hit on a yes when he asked a specific question. Am I going to get a raise? Right? I mean, that's pretty specific. And AR, it says yes. So wish you all the luck. I hope it's a really nice increase in the salary. And maybe we can get back to this, but part of this is I want to take a look at this stuff and kind of get everything going all at once. So let me get back to this, but I've got some more stuff to look at. So I want to look at this other stuff. And the cards also come with a nice little ditty bag to keep them in, so you can keep your cards nice and clean in the nice little bag there. Because I also got some spell books, and we got the Ouija board. So I'm thinking I need more room. That's what I'm thinking. All right. I think we're going to get this out because the Ouija boards seem to scare people that even aren't religious or believers. I think the Ouija board is probably the one thing that creeps people out a lot, doesn't it? I don't know why.
there does seem to be a lot of taboo around that. My mother was one of those people. I had expressed wanting to play with one of these, and she did not like that idea at all.
Well, here we go. Now, and in all honesty, I did open it to make sure it wasn't broken or anything, But otherwise, I haven't messed with it. It's brand new. But oh yeah, look at that. That's almost perfect. There we go. That is a Ouija board. And this is what moves around to answer questions. And it does have a yes and a no. It's alphabets. And I've seen bigger ones that have astrology things on it and stuff too, but nobody told me which one mattered. So this is the one I got. Now the Ouija board. I'm looking for. This doesn't have a book. All right, so we got we've got a couple sentences worth of directions to summon demons. At least the tarot cards had a little more detailed book and everything, I mean, this is the thing that opens the portals and makes things float through the air and everything, and the directions are as follows.
With such
Sit
dire
opposite-
consequences on the line, yeah, you'd think you'd get a novel inside of there.
Yeah, like with the cool old leather cover on it, with the like fancy writing inside, right? With the big letters that start the first sentence. Yeah. Sorry, folks. I gotta adjust my eyes. I don't have my glasses on, so otherwise I would hold it right in front of the camera for you. But I hope you see I got it in my hand here. You see it? Yeah, okay. There it is. Okay. It says sit opposite your partner. I don't have a partner, but all of you out there are my partners, right? So we're doing this virtually because does it really matter in the spirit realm if we're in person or not? I can't see what the difference would be. And if my son comes in, we'll see if he makes maybe he'll stop in for a moment if he gets home from work here. We'll see. So sit opposite your partner with the board between you and your fingers, lightly touching the message indicator. One of you asks a question. Now concentrate very hard on the matter at hand and wait for the indicator to move and begin to reveal the answer through its message window. If nothing happens at first, try asking another question. For decades, players have brought their questions to the Ouija board. What you do with the information it reveals is between you and the mystifying oracle. That's it. So if you want to know how to use a Ouija board and you're not really adept at playing more difficult board games, this is the board game for you. Okay.
So do I need to go
What-
find a keymaster and so I can go visit the oracle? I mean,
It doesn't specify anything else. That's why I'm kind of disappointed, because all it says is the mystifying oracle, and then it ends, and then it just says contents of the game, and all this ad stuff. And so I'm disappointed, Ouija. I will have to say, directions for interdimensional portal. And you know what? If a lot of people might think there are no directions because it's hidden on the bottom of the box. And let's say you opened the box and you had the box and you opened it up and you would say there's oh, wait a minute, messing up the camera. You would say there's no directions because there's nothing else in the box. And you might close the box and never know the directions are on the bottom of the box, because there's no cool book or anything. All right, well, that's my criticism of the Ouija board. Lack of proper directions, more detailed directions, and it should be a cool book, like what is it? The Necronomicon. That's what it should look like. Okay, Ouija people, let's get a cool book going here. All right. Otherwise, those directions read like playing Go Fish or something, right? You just shuffle the cards, you say go fish. I mean, the directions couldn't be simpler. And it doesn't even slide really good. I mean, it's not like it can just, you'd think it would just like gently like want to glide around the board or something, almost at least, polished so it felt kind of mystical or something. But I don't know if you can hear it. I can almost hear the drag.
yeah, it sounds like a felt, or like the pads that are on the bottom of that, are they rough? It sounds like it is.
It is like a felt thing, yeah. So I'm not sure. One thing's for sure, if this thing moves, it's moving on its own. Okay? Because I can verify my desk is pretty level. Okay. So, my cups aren't sliding off or anything, right? Or there would be a cup of tea all over the board right now. Okay. So I would let's give it the breeze test, right? And I'm gonna try to blow on it too. I don't move. So I would on the first test, I would say it would take something to move it, because it's not just gonna blow around. Let's try a little incline here. I've got a couple inches of incline here. I've got my fingers under the board down here. So it doesn't fly all around by itself.
It's got some grip to that.
You would definitely have to move it around. So I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything but an urge to put it where I want to put it. For the folks that are freaked out about these things, it looks like a board game to me. It's the same thing as a board game. You've got a board. You've got a game piece. This is your game piece. So I'm not scared yet. Where's Mike at? I know Mike was worried about getting scared earlier. Mike, I'm just not scared. Let me double check this here.
This here, but it's rare, but there it was common. And that's something else we see in the database. A lot of this goes on in equatorial Brazil. A lot of this goes on in France. But France and equatorial Brazil is where you got a significant percentage of the population that are significantly involved in the occult, witchcraft, paranormal, etc. And as I've traveled around the United States, there's 2 states where I've been able to see a significantly greater number of people reporting these kinds of phenomena, Hawaii and Alaska. But Hawaii and Alaska is where you also have a higher percentage of people involved in the occult. So that's one of the claims we make in our book. There's a direct correlation between the degree of occult involvement and these UFO experiences, these UFO encounters, and especially where people have a close enough encounter that they're getting a message from these beings. But we also close our book off by saying, if you will take the steps to eliminate the occult from your life, that will be the end of your UFO encounters. And this book has been out for, 18 years now. And I've challenged people, okay, try this and let me know if it doesn't work.
Okay, well, Hugh, I'm not feeling anything. I don't see any horns growing out of my head. And I don't see no green Star Trek lady showing up at my door yet. But we're going to keep trying because I've got some other stuff here to look at. And we'll hold this off. We're going to give it a fair try here because we can go for a little while here. I've got some more stuff to show you. And this is a learning stream too, okay? Again, this is learning too. I got this stuff. I'm learning about it. You're learning about it, right? It's the Halloween season. And anybody that doesn't know anything about this stuff, now you know something about it, right? We're gonna learn here. And let's check the crystal ball. The crystal ball doesn't seem to do anything but look pretty. It is very pretty. It is neat to look at. And the light all comes in it all different ways. You see all the different colored lights, right? I got my colored lighting on. I've got reds and blues and whites and all the colors. It looks really cool. And I suppose if you were really, where's Mike at? There he is. I suppose Mike might see these colors in the crystal ball to be really far out, man. But that's all I'm seeing. So nothing yet. But we've only been doing this about an hour. Okay. So we can go at least another hour. I know Maya's on later and everything, and I always like to check that out. So we got another good hour we can go. And nobody's in a rush, right? Nothing else is going on out there. All right. So Big Bad Mama.
This is what I've been planning on doing.
All right. We're gonna do it then. We'll go at least another hour here. And we're gonna, because I know we have to work on a succubus for Big Bad Mama, right? And I thought there's got to be probably in the spells, okay? So we do have We do have spells, and the only thing I did was thumb through this and the index and everything. And this is a collection of like classic spells of, if you have a headache, drink this tea type things, right? A lot of your old fashioned herbal remedies and everything. And I believe it was Speed I was talking to earlier that there was a time where these are the people you went to. If something ailed you, they would mix up some kind of herbs or a root or whatever. And granted, some things do work, right? Some things can settle your stomach and take away a headache, and there are things in nature that do work. So there's a ring of truth to it. But yeah, these are the people you went to. Of course, you didn't want to use this word. You didn't want to use the witch word, but the doctors often would use the same things. Okay, they were using these same good old folk remedies, maybe you could call them, right? So we're going to take a look here, because I know there's some kind of love potions in here, and we're going to see what we can do for Big Bad Mama next. Because Big Bad Mama was on it. As soon as I started talking about this, Big Bad Mama wanted a nice succubus sent down that way. So we're going to look love and matchmaking spells starts on 109. So let's see what we got. See, oh yeah. I don't think this is a marital adventure, right? So I think this is more of the other kind of adventure, right? So who they will marry, future husband, to know who you were going to marry, to arouse passion. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Here's one you gotta love. To all of us fellas that are feeling the pain some of those days, to promote the growth of hair. So just for a moment, while I'm searching for Big Bad Mama, what do we got here? Okay, this is like a prayer for hair. To promote the growth of hair, recite this. Okay? So I'm going to send this out to anybody out there, and I got a little bit of, I still have some hair, so I am grateful, but I do have, it does get a little thinner up on top every year, and it is a bummer. It used to be so much thicker. So, and I have a few buddies that it's a little thin up there too. So to everybody, we're going to send this one out, and I want everybody that's watching to let me know how it goes in the shower in the next coming days and weeks. All right. This one's for you. Of these three earths, our earth verily is the highest. From the surface of these, I have now plucked a remedy. Thou art the most excellent of remedies, the best of plants. As Soma the moon is the lord of the watchers of the night, as Varuna is king among the gods, O ye wealthy, irresistible plants, ye do generously bestow benefits, and ye strengthen the hair, and moreover promote its increase. I hope everybody gets a lot of hair out of that. That's a simple incantation. These things, that sounds like a well wish, doesn't it? It's like it, it's kind of poetic and saying, hey, by the gods and by nature and maybe having a cup of tea at the same time, hope you get your hair. I don't feel anything. Mike, where's Mike at? Mike, you got locks coming out? You let me know. I read it with the utmost sincerity. I think I hit every word.
Yeah, if that works and it's that easy, you just gotta wish it to grow. That would be awesome.
Yes. Well,
I
and this
bet.
is,
I bet the hair club for men would want to keep that a secret.
and I don't see, there's no eye of newt or, no animals were harmed in this, in any way. No blood, no, all the things you hear about, right? I mean, I I'll say that was almost poetic and didn't seem very scary to me.
Yeah,
But we gotta
three
keep.
worlds and the moon and stuff like that.
We're gonna see if we can if there's anything. Now you can cause someone to fall in love. There is a lot of love potions in here. A lot of, if you're looking for a partner, this definitely wants to hook up single people. There seem to be a big thing because these are collections of spells and they're from all different locales. And folks sure wanted to know who they were going to be married to because there's a lot of them in here. If you want to know if someone's been faithful, let's see, out of curiosity. No, you know what? I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Let me see. Yeah, lots of obtaining husbands and wives seem to be big in the past.
So is there any spells in there that are for a person who is in a relationship? They
To test their chastity and those kind of things. Yeah. If you want to know if they're being faithful. Okay, here's ones about causing former husbands and wives to come back. So after there's been a problem, there are things about wishing them to come back. To conceive a child. To conceive a child, have a fertile woman drink the water in which the husband has spit in it, saying, where I am flame, be thou the coals. Where I am rain, be thou the water. All right, ladies, if you're having trouble conceiving, and I would ordinarily say this might be a health issue, but you know what? I think most husbands and wives have sucked each other's face at one point in time. So we'll let the spit slide a little bit. If this is not your husband or wife, though, I wouldn't want any spit going around. That's just, but
yeah, that's questionable.
I think I think if you've made out with your partner, you've exchanged enough spit, so I don't think this would be too bad in that instance. So that's what you got to do. You got to spit in your old lady's cup, and then you say those couple words. Those words are really nice. Where I am flame, be thou the coals. Where I am rain, be thou the water. Sounds really nice. These things read really nice, don't they? All right, again, it is a bodily fluid, but I'm going to let this one slide because it's between a husband and wife. And other than that, it doesn't seem so bad. You can know if you're going to have a girl or a boy. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, weather spells. Here we go. All right, somebody in the chat. Who wants it to snow or the wind to blow or to it rain? What do we got here? Chase a storm away. Who's out there that needs some rain or doesn't need any more rain? We need a weather wisher here.
Really, where I'm at, we could definitely use the rain. We just got a little bit just here recently, but in my location, it has been so dry throughout the entire summer. The ground actually cracks and has cracks that go like 2 feet into the ground. It's nuts.
Well, just for you then, and anybody out there, because there's always places I think need some rain. You know what? So I think we're just going to send this out to everybody that could use some rain. All right, because this again, I'm looking at it and it sure looks nice. All right, so be prepared to be terrified. Okay, because this sure sounds scary. All right, white floating clouds, clouds like the plains, come and water the earth. Sun, embrace the earth, that she may be fruitful. Moon, lion of the north, bear of the west, badger of the south, wolf of the east, eagle of the heavens, shrew of the earth, elder war hero, warriors of the 6 mountains of the world, intercede with the cloud people for us, that they may water the earth. Medicine bowl, cloud bowl, and water vase. Give us your hearts, that the earth may be watered. I make the ancient road of meal, that my song may pass over it. The ancient road, white shell head woman, who lives where the sun goes down. Mother whirlwind. Ooh, this one's tough. Father Sasistinaco. Mother Yaya, creator of good thoughts. Yellow, woman of the north. Blue, woman of the west. Red, woman of the south. White, woman of the east. Slightly yellow, woman of the zenith. And dark-haired woman of the nadir. I ask your intercession with the cloud people. There you go, folks. I hope I got that person's name. That was a tough one. Sussistinako. Sussistinaco. I hope I got that right. And I hope everybody gets rain that needs it out there, and I hope it works. I really do. And even if it doesn't, I hope you get rain anyways. How you doing, deconverted man?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, you got a healing spell in there? My right arm. I think I got like some sort of repetitive arm injury, or I don't know.
You know what?
It's strained. It hurts. Like it hurts to bend it. Yeah, it's hurting bad, man.
Well, we got a matter of fact, we got a chapter. Let's check it out and see what it says.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, just say some words and it'd feel better. That'd be fantastic.
What'd you say? Is it a joint pain?
I don't. It's like if I bend my arm, it kind of hurts. If I straighten it out, like I move my hand, it kind of hurts. It's like I think it's like either I strained it or it's repetitive injury syndrome or something. I don't know, but it hurts. That's all I know. It hurts, and I don't like it. So yeah.
Are there excessive discharges?
No.
Oh.
I think I'd go to the ER. I'm like, my arm is discharging stuff. What's going on? It's all this fluid going everywhere, doctor.
You weren't bitten by a snake, were you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, there's a demon.
I am summoned.
Yay.
Oh, welcome. We've been expecting you.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I'm the demon of sloth, so, took me a minute.
Understandable. Okay,
Could you explain why it's raining in hell?
Yeah, he cast a spell of rain.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Is it the one that, like, if you recorded...
But you just read that spell just a moment ago. Didn't I hear you?
I'm pretty sure that was deconverted man.
Yeah, that was me. I did it.
You want to talk deconverted?
Bring it on. I don't care.
Well, damn you. All the imps are stuttering out and flickering.
Deconverted man. What'd you ask for rain for?
I didn't ask for rain. I asked for pain. You must have misheard.
Pain. Oh, pain. Rain.
Not rain. P.
I think there's been a confusion.
Yeah, there's a miscommunication.
It's got to be on. It's got to be on the internet. I think.
Yeah.
It just didn't come through good.
That's okay.
Sorry. Got your spell.
It should stop because we didn't get asked for endless rain. We just asked for some rain. So.
Can you specify the
it should be good.
Rain?
Yeah, we didn't. It wasn't a deluge. We just wanted to sprinkle a few flowers, so it should be just a sizzle pop. And
can you imagine what hell would look like with flowers? What is the point of hell if it's covered in flowers?
I love flowers. What about people with allergies? Don't they suffer with flowers? I think you're missing out on one there. I think you're missing out on a whole other department there, where you could have the really, really polleny flowers just going at it for all eternity.
That is an excellent suggestion. I will pass it up to the boss.
Wait a minute.
With allergies who comes to hell, you can thank Dave when you get there.
Wow.
Also, you can bake bread with flour.
See, there you go.
Yeah. That
doesn't Yahweh not like bread or something?
That is true. Yahweh has a big problem with unleavened bread, or leavened bread, depending on which chapter you're looking at.
See, that could really tick Yahweh off. That's more what I know. You've got a department that handles that, right?
We make bread from bones, like the giants of old.
That'll do it. All right, I think I got you, Deacon Rudiment.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm ready. Bring it on.
How about rheumatism? Could that be rheumatism?
I don't think so.
That's a
Joint pain. It's gotta, yeah, you gotta have something like,
that
I
is
guess,
a
unspecific pain in right arm. See, it's like super specific spells that are not useful.
you say you don't know if you sprained it because I do have a sprain.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, maybe that will
Want to
work.
call it a sprain?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You sprained it.
Yeah.
You sprained it. Tobin didn't. Yeah, Tobin said you sprained it. So we're going to take Tobin's word.
Good enough.
Okay.
That seems wise.
If this
To
works.
All right, you. It looks like you are going to need to get a strand of black wool. Do you have that available?
Black wool.
Black wool. Because to heal a sprain, you need to wrap a strand of black wool round the area and then recite in a low voice, the Lord rade and the foal slayed. He lighted and he righted, set joint to joint and bone to bone, and sinew unto sinew. In the name of God and the saints, of Mary and her son, let this man be healed. Amen.
All right. I have to say all that?
You have to say all that in a low voice.
On a low
now,
voice?
Deconverted man,
Now
I'm going to have to explain to you what a low voice is.
Yeah,
okay?
I was going to say.
It's not the voice you use, okay?
It's not just like, hey, yeah, it's fine.
No deconverted man stuff. No.
It's more
And do be careful with your recitation, for
like
one slip in your spell and your soul will belong to the underworld.
I don't have a wool.
Yeah, don't blow it. Don't blow it, deconverted
But
man.
what I've done here is I have my webcam, and I've wrapped the cord of the webcam around my arm. It's black. I figure that's close enough.
Is that in? I was going to suggest 110 might be,
Now, how tightly should I wrap it?
More.
That's the question. You know what? I mean, we're playing to an audience of skeptics. They're never going to believe I'm actually doing something stupid like this. I got to put on the webcam, which means I need a different cord to do. Because I have cords. I have plenty of cords, no string around. So I'm going to use this cord. Yeah. Let me turn on the webcam, because that's really important. That's not it.
Yeah, see, I've got everything all over here in the, I've got it all,
Has the Ouija board moved
here.
yet? That'd be cool.
It hasn't moved. Has anybody seen it move?
No, I haven't seen it move. I was hoping that you'd have like some magnet or something that would. Yeah, there we go.
I could have rigged it up. I do have super neodymium magnets, and I could have done it.
You humans are terrifying.
But I would never want to be accused of being a con or anything,
Yeah, right.
Because I have to face judgment someday. Isn't that right?
Depends on which chapter you're reading.
Okay. I just wanted to check with the demon because you might not like this part here. Does anybody have any enemies they want to chase away or make them suffer?
Well, let's get
suffering.
Okay, now I don't remember what you said. I was just gonna say what I think you said. That'll be good enough. Like something like, I gotta be really quiet about it. So.
If you wrap it tightly enough, all your problems will go away.
There's a salt and pepper one. If you are able to get salt and pepper on your enemy's clothing or in their house, it says you can curse them, with some salt and pepper, either into their clothing or in their house, and then you say, I put this pepper on you and this salt there too. That peace and happiness you never more may know. Ouch.
What are you doing, Hand?
Who can
Stop.
afford pepper in this economy, though?
Well, some people may be worth it.
No,
I
no,
mean-
don't put. My hand, I can't get it to. My hand's just doing whatever it wants. I think I screwed up. Oh.
Did you say the words wrong? See, I knew you were going to screw it up. If there's anybody that's going to screw something up, it's deconverted, man. I mean, it wasn't that hard. How many words?
Have you ever noticed how
ain't
as
got
soon
no
as a
sympathy.
human hand gains autonomy, it immediately tries to kill the human it's attached to?
Did you hear that,
The hand-
deconverted man?
With
The
my
hand
last,
knows what you do with it at night.
with my last breath, I say logic.
I knew he was going to screw it up. Yeah, there's if you want to injure someone, if you want to ward them off, if you want to, I know somebody's just dying to, I don't know if I should help you out. What the hell? To make an enemy suffer. Well, I'm sure the demon's already heard of this, and if not, then it's my bad. But I want to know what it is, because we all have daydreams, right? And I mean that in jest, purely in jest, but we've all had those daydreams, haven't we? To make an enemy suffer, to cause suffering in an enemy, obtain a toad, as well as some of the hairs of your victim. Tie them to the left leg of the toad and put the animal into a covered pot. As it suffers, the enemy will suffer. When it dies, he will die. But if you wish your enemy only to suffer and not die, remove the hair from the leg of the toad and let it go. Wow. That's brutal.
Tying hair is actually kind of difficult. It always comes undone.
You'd have to get pretty long hair to do. By the way, recovered somehow, and I lost my cord that I used to tie my arm. So that's kind of weird. I've made the cord vanish.
It didn't show up over here, did it?
Spell components are often consumed in the casting.
This thing's still not moving.
I think you have to push it or something.
I'm trying to not touch it and make it do something.
No, you have to touch it. Yeah. I think also there's movies where they hold it up to their eye and look through it and they see stuff. So have you tried that yet?
No.
Like look through the planchette.
Is that like a looking glass thing?
Yeah, it's like a looking glass, and you'll see the monsters and stuff or whatever. Yeah, did you see anything? No. Now,
No,
see,
it just looks like somebody with really thick glasses.
Have you considered that no spirits wish to speak with you?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I found the cord.
I have thought of that because a lot of the Christians don't want to speak with me either.
Hey, as soon as he said the word spirit, I found the cord. That must mean something. I was sitting on it.
Only the religious believe they have souls they could leave behind to haunt the world.
Make you an onion sandwich.
That's what I'm wondering, if a lot of this just isn't because a lot of it, you got a lot of amens and stuff in there, and it seems to be a lot of these things are religiously based.
It's kind of like a mix of things, it seems like. It's kind of like Catholic-y, but kind of pagan-y.
Who wants to live forever?
Oh yeah, let's all do that.
I put my hand up for that one.
This one,
My boss may have a deal for you.
every man has his price.
Oh look, he put it on no. Oh.
Let's see. To live forever, you're going to need a silverfish with magical properties that cause it to change into several different hues.
Are we talking about the little insect?
That's what I understand it to be, because you want one that is changing color when it's eating parchment. That's how you know it's magical, I guess. So if it's eating parchment and it's changing colors, that's the one you want. When a creature with these properties is found, which may take several months, okay, so you got to really, I mean, this is eternal life. You got to put in a little effort, all right? You're gonna have to find the
It's worth
silverfish
it.
that changes
I
colors
actually know
eating
a spot.
parchment. All right, see, so if you put in the time, then you eat it whole, and you will be protected from death forever. All you got to do is find it and eat it.
All you need is a magic bug.
Why even
One-
bother looking
who-
for the magic one if you just eat a bunch of silverfish? One of them's bound to be magical.
Aha. I think you found a loophole. Just
That
eat.
seems reasonable.
Just, yeah. Put them in a bowl like, like cereal, like, Captain Crunch, and, put
I was
those
gonna say
things
the,
away. And
The hair one's testable. We could get somebody on death row and get some of their hair. I think we'll just wind up killing the frog or toad or whatever it is. But, if it worked, it would save some money,
well, I thought that was going to be complicated, but all you got to do is eat a bug. So the ones
Yeah.
that are searching for the fountain of youth, they should be searching for,
The fountain of bugs.
where's Bree? We need Bree. Where does silverfish hang out?
Maybe they hang out around fountains.
Swans often.
I thought
Maybe
I saw
they're supposed to be
move.
looking in the crud around the oozing over parts around the bottom of the fountain of youth, the trap filter.
Yeah. I was going back to the one that punishes your enemy. I was like, we could test that on death row people and save the state some money on executions if it works. But I think that, the moment you test these things, they don't work anymore.
Probably gonna have a problem with PETA though, because
the frog, right. Or
you have to kill the frog to kill the person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so one more look here before we look at something else is we got communing with the dead. All right. So let's see how hard it is to commune with the dead. All right. Let's see, what do we got here?
Ooh, necromancy, my favorite.
Yep, we've got necromancy. Let's read your favorite and see what it says. And for necromancy, those who are desirous to raise up any souls of the dead ought to do it in the places wherein these souls were most known to be conversant, had some kind of affection for in times past, or impressed upon them in their life. And since the souls of the dead are not easily raised up, except the souls of those we know to be evil, or to have perished by a violent death, or whose bodies want a right and due burial, the places oft befitting these souls are churchyards. Okay, so you're looking
the evil
for
people are in the churchyards. That's totally how that works.
Of course. It does seem that if you want to raise people from the dead, you want to go to a churchyard, because other places are not the people you want to try, or are not the ones you want to raise up. When you, let's see, or places where there were executions. Ah, okay.
Ah, both evil and violent.
Yeah, that's where there was a lot of executions is a good place too. Allure the said souls by those things that move the very harmony of the soul, as well as the imaginative, rational, intellectual, such as voices, song, sound, enchantments, and religious rites, which may very commodiously be administered hereunto. In raising up these souls, perform them with new blood and with meat, eggs, milk, honey, oil, and such like things, which give the souls a means to receive their bodies.
So we're
Okay.
gonna make breakfast while we're raising the dead?
You got to bring breakfast, and then you've got to sing. Seems like singing seems to be the thing. Singing.
That sounds like a lure for the fairies.
Enchantments, religious rites. Yeah, you want, and then you got to bring the ingredients. But if you bring the ingredients and you sing well enough, I suppose, it doesn't specifically say what to sing, but you got to sing. So I would take it that those are one of those things that you have to have the faith, that you're actually singing, that you really mean whatever you're singing, and then you can bring the person back. That's kind of vague. I like the more specific one of tying the hair on the toad. That was, that was specific. This, I don't know.
If you're the one who kills the person, does that make it easier or harder to bring them back?
It doesn't mention that either.
Perhaps someone should conduct an experiment. I know how you humans love science.
I don't know if I want to test that one. I'd rather test the succubus one. And I haven't seen a succubus, but I'm really looking. You can get answers from spirits. You can make spirits. Oh, wait a minute. To make spirits obedient. Big Bad Mama wants a obedient spirit, right? That's what Mama wanted, right? All right. This is a request. I got to take care of Big Bad Mama. To make the spirits of the dead obedient to thy call, use a wand. You're going to need a wand, Big Bad Mama. I'm sure you could get one on Amazon or at your local Wiccan shop or something, but you're going to need a wand, okay?
They're free in the forest.
Some people call them a stick. Or a twig, or a branch. Take your pick. You're going to need a wand. Some people call other things a wand, but maybe you have one of those wands you keep in the dresser drawer. All right. Tobin got that one. Okay.
If you use such a wand on a person, they are very likely to be your obedient servant.
At least for a few minutes. All right, for this going out to Big Bad Mama. All right, here we go. With all sincerity. I adjure and command thee, human spirit, to appear before me under the similitude of fire, by the ineffable name Jehovah, by the infallible and incomprehensible fiat, by the power that created all things and sustains all things. I conjure and adjure thee to come visibly before this circle. This circle.
Well, that one's already
Make sure
fucked.
this is a circle. It counts. It's a circle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
First of all,
we're doing this on the internet.
Jehovah is a typo. Second,
everybody's gotta
you
get
cannot conjure and abjure at the same time. They're oppositional schools. Conjuring means to bring to you. Abjure means to protect yourself from.
I didn't write it. I'm just reading it.
I'm just saying the spell is fucked.
Well, that's the idea of the spell. It's a succubus. I think that one right over your head there, Mr. Demon. Been a while?
I'm the demon of sloth. I don't know what you mean.
Has it been a while? I understand.
Thousands of years.
Now, where was I? I lost my place.
Is that why you're all red?
Visibly
puffy, and
before this
bulging,
circle.
Like,
it's gonna blow.
It's just a rash.
All right, you better cover your ears. By the goodness of God, when he created man his own likeness, by the power of his justice, which expelled the demons, enchaining them in the infernal abyss, by his infinite mercy, when he sent his Son to redeem us, by all divine names and attributes, by the omnipotence of Jesus, destroying the works of hell, blessing the seed of the woman, and empowering it to crush the serpent's head. Do thou answer me and obey faithfully by the ineffable name, oh my goodness, Tetragrammaton, inscribed on this rod. Up. Footnote, you're going to have to inscribe it on the rod. You want to put that name on the rod. I guess this is important. It should have been mentioned at the beginning.
For this spell, you will need 3 eggs, 1 paperclip, and an inscribed wand.
You know, they should have mentioned the inscription on the wand, because you know that would be a buzzkill, because after you just pronounce this really hard name, then you find out you got to write it on the stick. But okay, put the name on the stick first, Big Bad Mama, okay? And it'll save you the time that I just wasted finding out you have to put it on the stick, okay?
The first time is a practice round.
We are learning. This is a learning curve, as Tobin said earlier. We cannot be expected, because I just opened the book, right? What we are doing is we are putting Hugh Ross to the test, because by merely reading this stuff, the UFOs should really, oh wait, that's just my screen. The UFOs should really be showing up outside over my house by now. So we're putting Hugh to the test. So I saw and heard nothing about knowing what you're doing, only that the more you do this, the more the things will happen. So, hey, yeah, see? That looks like one of my videos. Hugh had UFOs flying around him in my video. I was having fun. It was amusing. All right. Well, once you got the name on the stick, you can command them. Answer me without deception or equivocation. Be thou obedient unto me, as a Christian baptized in the holy waters of Jordan. Answer me exactly without enigma or pretense. Make known the power that aids thee. I command thee by the most holy name of God and by the power of our Savior, who shall judge both thee and me, the quick and the dead. I conjure thee, come. And there you go. Big Bad Mama. That's recorded. You can always go back and check it, get a transcript. That's how you can command a spirit. So that's as close as I can find to getting you a succubus. I hope it helps, and I hope you have a great time.
Be sure to get baptized in the River Jordan beforehand, or it will leave a hole in your spiritual defenses.
Well, you know what? I'm sure one of the late night preachers is selling it somewhere. They sell everything else. I'm sure you can get some little foil packets of Jordan water off of them, probably for $100 donation, but it's probably cheaper than flying there and getting the water.
Yay, capitalism, my favorite sin.
But you know, if you read a lot of these spells in another setting, with a lot of the amens and the gods and the Jesus and the demons, it's almost indistinguishable from religious. I mean, obviously Wiccans would be a religion, but this doesn't come off reading as scary or anything. You know, it's like prayers, you know, warding off the demons and asking God for things, basically, right? Now you can call the God, I'm sure they're called, they have numerous gods, and nature gods, and I'm not pretending to know all the different Wiccan beliefs or anything, but I don't know. I'm sorry. That doesn't seem too scary. So what the hoopla is about
I thought
that?
it was poetic and colorful.
Did that? No, see, that's still on no. Well, I got some other stuff. I wanted to take a look at something else because this too. Wait, I got my other camera. I keep forgetting. Okay, this too. Hugh Ross and supposedly Rob from Sentinel Apologetics. I've talked to Rob a couple times. He's a smart guy. I don't agree with him on a lot of the religious stuff, but supposedly him and Hugh Ross have both said the place to find demons is India. So I got a book on spells from India. Now, looking through this,
I have to disagree. There are far more demons in your churches in the United States than any of them in India.
That's what I thought. But see, Hugh is a Christian, and I think he has the horse blinders on. So
Hugh believes in magic extra dimensions.
Oh, he definitely does. Hugh believes in some dimensions I haven't even heard of before. He's making up names for the new ways to describe things that don't exist. Non-physical, non-material, spiritual, interdimensional, every word you could possibly squeeze into a sentence to say, yeah, this exists, but I cannot prove it in any way, shape, or form because it's the dragon in my garage. So
You have a dragon in your garage?
I do.
That is impressive. Perhaps these spells aren't completely useless.
Now I did look ahead a little bit into here, and with the Hindu spells, these are interesting. All you have to do to summon these demons is to draw these things in a numerous different ways. You can either, and I have, wait a minute, good old here. You can use good old charcoal pencils or charcoal, okay, but these are charcoal pencils. You can write them in the sand on the floor. You can use bodily fluids. There's numerous
Spells written
ways.
in blood are more effective.
That it kind of makes me woozy with the blood stuff.
You're
So I
supposed
try
to
to.
use someone else's blood.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the blood thing, but that's my Achilles tendon. It's like So Dave likes charcoal pencils, okay? Or perhaps you have some charcoal left over in your fire pit, but you can use charcoal. So I do have a charcoal pencil. Now, with the demons in India, the thing is you have to, in one of those ways, draw these images. And then when you draw the images, then you do your words and you can summon your demons. And they have basically what you want summoned is the picture that you draw. And then you put this on the floor. It has to be on the floor, okay? Because something, I don't know, perhaps that makes the portal or something. It has to be on the floor or on the ground, whatever is under your foot, okay? And then that is how you summon your different demons. Now,
Speaking of
basically,
summoning, I'm being summoned elsewhere. Until later.
thank you, stop by, demon. I appreciate it. Now, the thing is with manipulating the demons, because the demons are not good, okay? But the way you can manipulate the demons, it gets them to do your bidding because you're summoning them, right? So you don't have good demons and bad demons. You're just in control of the demon because of how the words are written, and that is the spell telling the demon what to do. So the demon, knowingly or not, is going to help you, maybe vanquish an enemy, maybe help you find love by not necessarily normal, whatever means you would think of, but maybe the demon makes your lady friend miss the bus and then you give her a ride. You know what I mean? Something like that. So the demon can be mischievous, but still help you out.
I think I could pull it off. I've seen a movie about it once. There's a movie called Death Note. I think I could work that out pretty easily.
So that's all it really takes. Okay, you just have to draw the right. It'll almost be like writing a spell or something. I guess you could call it by how you're drawing the symbols or the words, whatever they're. I'm not sure if they actually represent words, but this is how you summon things, and this is what scares people in India. Because something as simple as this, you can open a portal. So if you see something like that on the ground, that's a demon portal. So once again, it doesn't seem to take very much to summon a demon. So I'm gonna try and open one of these portals because we got this here. So all I need all I need is a piece of paper, right? We got a piece of paper. Got some paper here. We're gonna test out this one because I don't think that any of this is. Which one did I have here? Let's see. That's its name. If you live alone. Was described by wind forests. Must live in an environment. It's windy in the city. Okay, yep, this is the one. You got to live in the city. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna get a pencil and see some of this stuff. I don't expect, or nor are you promised for it to occur right now. So what we're gonna plan on doing is we'll have a follow-up stream, and I'll let you know what happened. Because I may have already done something and I don't know it, especially if the UFOs are up over my house. Because, oh wait, that's just my picture. If there's UFOs up over my house, I don't know it yet. I haven't been out there. So
yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. Was like, how do we know you're all right in the morning? Like, what if something happens to you like in the nighttime? Maybe you should put a community post out and like let us know, and maybe you need a secret way to tell us so, the ghosts don't catch on to it, or something like that. I don't know.
I'll write down something secret and I'll stash it. All right, so we're gonna write something that looks like a 7 here, and this has to be fat. And it's got a line like that. And then we've got another fat ones here. It looks like a pair of headphones. All right. And we're going to put this there. Then we got a little line. Then we've got, what do we got here? 1, 2 Z's and a moon. And this has to be thick. I've got to have a line through it. And we need another one here. And that's thick there. I could do this sideways, but I don't feel like peeling the pencil all over the place. Otherwise, I'd just peel the pencil, but it doesn't say I have to peel the pencil. And then we've got another one. It goes to another thick spot. And then we've got one more like that. All right. Well, that looks like the picture to me. All right. So we've got our portal drawing. Now I got to put my portal drawing on the floor. So we're going to put it down on the floor. All right. Now we've got it on the floor. And then there is a ritual. Now, first of all, this has to be at night, not in sunlight, with artificial light or candlelight. And I've got candles. We got candles. They're not real candles, but we got candlelight, so, or artificial light. So we're covered either way. Can't be sunlight. Let's see. And then we're going to get some visible positive energy. And first you need to make the inscription. Okay. Or you must put it on paper and put it onto the floor. Okay. This can also be written with a stick, etc., etc. Okay. All right. I'm all the way through because I already did that. By writing down the inscription on the floor, the link between our reality and the Tala dimension will be open. To facilitate resonant transference of demonic negative energy onto an individual or regime, its supporters must focus on them directly. In other words, focus on the person or the group for the negative aspects, whether it's bigotry, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, and stupidity. This is exactly the people that we have issues with. The stupid and the transphobes, right? It says it right in here. All right, well, we're going to send them some bad energy. This is just for you, all right? We've got the thing on the floor. The portal is opened. We're directing the negative energy right back to them and their followers. We are doing good this evening, folks. We are doing good, all right? We can take care of our LGBTQ folk and people of color and everybody else that's been getting a lot of flack. This one is for you. This one is for you. To keep it open. Okay, this opens the portal. To keep the portal open, you keep writing the same thing over and over, and you can keep the portal open. It usually takes 100 chants of the inscription for a practiced tantric. Okay. If you get practiced at this, you can open this portal at will and send negative energy back onto these people, onto your enemies of all sorts, of all the worst kinds. Those that support bigotry, anger. All right. Now, I cannot write this 100 times right here and now, but I guess if you get practiced and you write this 100 times while chanting the words that are written on the paper, you can give somebody a bad day. Now, I can't really test if anybody's gotten any bad negative energy back, but I sure hope they did. Because some folks, I'm not wishing anything on them, but if it happens, you know. And otherwise, if you are one of these people that just hates people for no reason that you don't even know, just knock it off, okay? I mean, it's getting real old, all right? But there you go. I did the spell. It's on the floor. You got one too? Beautiful. You got it on the floor?
It is on the floor.
I got mine on the floor too. So we'll see what happens. I hope we read something good in the news tomorrow. Because that would really cinch the deal.
Yeah, I don't really want any harm to them, but if they could get a wake up call, maybe they could get woke or something.
Absolutely. Well, I've got one more thing I wanted to share with everybody. And if this doesn't scare off the Christians, I don't know what will. And I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Christians are welcome to come on my channel. Everybody's welcome to come on my channel. Everybody gets treated the same if you come on my channel, okay? Whether I agree with you or not, whether I believe in the things you believe in or not. And if you want to come on and show me the right way to do a tarot card reading, and show that, I'm just a big dummy that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll already spot you that, because I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. But I thought it would be fun to kind of go through this stuff anyways, because I seriously think most people would be scared to go anywhere near this stuff or even touch it. I mean, I don't want to get that away from me. So I'm touching it for you. Okay. And I'm taking the burden, if, the demons show up to take me for a ride on their UFO, I'm willing to take one for the team. Okay. I will go for a ride on the UFO, and y'all don't have to do it. All right. So we're going to put that back. Where did I have it at? I had it on the no. All right. I'm going to put it back on the no, just in case it moves.
Hey, could you, if you do get picked up tonight, could you ask them to swing by my place? Because I wouldn't mind taking a ride,
You want to go too? I mean, who wouldn't? That's the thing. That's like, why am I supposed to be so terrified about going out for a ride on a spaceship? It sounds like a dream come true to me. Now the demons are going to take me for a ride.
Who are paying millions of dollars.
Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The demons are going to take me for a ride on a spaceship. You might get a lap dance out of the deal. And they're telling us to be good people and take care of the planet. And I'm still trying to find where the downside is in all this. If anybody's figured out the downside to this, I don't see the downside, other than maybe they want us to miss out or something, because it sounds like a win-win to me. You get to go actually see the stars. Maybe get a little freaky deaky, and then they're going to say, hey man, be good to each other and take care of the planet. And be like, hey, you're all right. I like you. I got no problems with you. I'm failing to see why we should have the problem with these aliens. That it doesn't seem to be showing. But I did want to make sure I opened all this stuff up and showed everybody, because it sure scares the crap out of everybody for some reason. Now, for one thing, most of this stuff is a bunch of herbs. And from a distance, this looks like some nice herbs. It looks like some buds in there. So, but if you don't know, a lot of this stuff is herbs in a tea, basically. Okay. This is witchcraft. All right. Lots of herbs, and you're probably going to make some tea. Okay. It's real scary. I know Mike was hoping to be terrified. And Mike, I'm sorry to maybe let you down a little bit there, brother, but it's just a bunch of herbs, you know. So
I wonder if they got any chamomile in there. That stuff's good.
well, we got there's a whole list. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got some with the chakras on it. Ah, we've got a wonderful smelling candle. This has to be demonic. This smells so good. That's way better than sage. The sage kind of, we're supposed to burn this lovely smelling candle. I'm not seeing the downside here. Doesn't look very scary either. See, that's what it is. It's a candle. And it smells like your wife after a shower, you know? All those different soaps and lotions, you know, it's just wow, that's nice. I could hang out with a witch. They smell like this? Who knew? Oops.
It's crazy. You know,
I'm gonna save that for
Kendra-
later. That's nice.
Kendra has had two people right to my face. They're like, they had said something about Kendra being a witch, and it was who I don't know if I should say. No, I'm not going to say.
Person
But-
X.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. She might have had me under a spell. I don't know.
All right, we got a bag of rocky polished beautiful rocks here. My wife likes doing this. She's got a bunch of these. She loves rocks. She's got a little area with all different rocks out in her flower garden, you know, where it's like a rock area. And yeah, so those are pretty cool. I'm not scared or anything, but okay. This has got to be the one that uh-oh.
This kind
Now-
of sounds really trip my trigger. I like the sounds of ringing.
That is a nice bell. Now I'm gonna have to see exactly what we're using this for with spirits, but I know when the Buddhist monks are want to just clear their mind or whatever and just kind of set the tone, you'll get that single tone, and then they'll do their mantras or something.
Yeah, one of the ideas behind that is breathing in and out with that oscillation of the ring, so it keeps you like kind of like timed out, where you try to I don't know, that's one idea that has been given to me about that.
Well, you know what? I love that bell. That's really nice. I hope it chased away all the bad mojo out of the room, because it is a pleasing ring. It's not it's not a sound that you don't like, right? I kind of like that. So far we got some herbs, some smell goods, and a nice little bell.
So I
This
got a
stuff
question. I
isn't.
wonder,
Go ahead.
like you have been doing some things that are like the sage burning, the bell ringing. These are things that are ideas that kind of ward off evil spirits and stuff. But you've also done, we just made uh, a
A portal.
portal for the demon. We just drew that out and stuck that on the floor. Like, are we like balancing it out, or like canceling one out for the other, or
You know what?
where
I
we
think.
make a spiritual war inside of our homes?
Remember our tarot card?
Oh
Our
yeah.
tarot card at the beginning was imbalance. Remember? Indecision,
Oh yeah.
imbalance, things all out of whack. See, it knew that we don't know what the hell we're talking about. But
That's
we're
interesting.
learning. I like learning. I'm learning. I've learned a few things. I now understand the basics of how tarot cards work, right? If nothing else, the middle one is the present, the left is the past, and the right is your future. So at least now, if you do see somebody doing the tarot cards, at least they're reading the present, the past, and the future. So I may not ever understand everything about tarot cards, but I know the basics. We've covered the basics, so we do know this. And I wanted to see what else we have that terrifies people about witches. It must be the candles. Folks,
Kendra burns candles a lot.
we have candles. This is not good. I've heard about these things. They sometimes come on birthday cakes. Yeah, it's the candles. Like I say, I like my candles because look at that. Doesn't that look like a candle? Look at that shot. That looks like a candle.
Isn't
And
that
these
one of
ones,
those LED light
yeah, they
ones
don't
that look
burn you.
like? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's an LED. See it? But it's in this tube, and when it's in this tube, it's got the cuts in it. So it gives it that effect like that. In person, you can't hardly really tell that it's not a flame in there. It looks pretty good. But okay, so we've got to have candles, and they appear to be different colors. Okay. All right. Well, again, I hate to disappoint people. I thought this would be scarier. Oh, the thing moved, but I think I did it. We'll check the camera though. And what else do we have? We have a spoon. I take it this is to put the herbs together with. That's a pretty cool spoon. And let's see. We have. Aha. Now this looks kind of spooky. And now we're talking. We got little jars with things in them. But here we go. My son, that's his gaming name, Obsidian. There we go. So you've got all your little vials of your stuff here. We've got Obsidian. Now this is kind of cool. This is more what I'm talking. This is more looking a little witchy, not so boring. You got all your little vials here. You've got garnet, Labrador, amethyst, agate, fluorite, obsidian, crystals, different crystals. Yeah, now we're getting into more. That's cool. I think this might be a little more scary. What else do we have? This looks like some kind of a star chart because it's got the phases of the moon on it. That's pretty cool. I could have used that underneath if I'd have known it was in the box.
Is that another tapestry that is a portal to another dimension?
I'm guessing. Sure looks like it. Kind of a velvety thing. You know, looks really cool. Gold sparkles on there. Let's see what else we got left here. I think that's about the bottom of the box, folks. This must be the spirit paper. That's your special paper. Excuse me, I need a drink. Okay, so that's it. So to be a witch, you play with some herbs, a couple rocks, spells, obviously, plenty. Like we already went through the book. We could have gone through it all night. And lots of herbs. And this is what terrifies people and brings the demons to your door. Some plantain. The bag does smell. The bag does smell good. I mean, these are some good smelling stuff. We got sage. You got to have sage. That's what purifies everything, I guess. Lavender. Lavender's always nice. Yeah,
I'm actually fortunate. There's some that grows wild around here, and at a certain point of the time of the year, when they've buttered, that smell just kind of like goes through the air, and you get a blast of it every once in a while.
We got a whole bag of it here. So, well, you know, I was hoping to scare the crap out of everybody tonight. I really was. I'm kind of disappointed. The spells aren't all that scary, and the tarot cards are akin to, you know, reading your horoscope. I would say, you know, you can go, yeah, I'm okay, right? But it wasn't terribly awful or anything, and none of them, you know, said anything that I saw that was even towards your enemies. It was pretty much okay. You want to get back at your enemy? Do this. You get back at your enemy. There you go. It didn't go on and on. It wasn't gory or you know, nothing like that. And most of them were optimistic, more of you know, love potions, people who were lost loved ones, lost a husband or a wife for whatever reason, wanted them back, even back from the dead. These are all positive. Now, of course, you know, maybe the zombies aren't the best choice. I don't know how they come back from the dead. Maybe you're not a zombie. I'm just kidding. But who wouldn't wish a loved one to be back, right? It's tough when you lose a loved one. So I can understand. But I'm just not seeing the evilness and the I mean, I suppose a demon could still show up tonight and be evil to me. You know, I often say if there's a hell, John Cougar's playing there 24/7. If you're a fan, you're a fan, but I'm not. So there we go. You get the gist.
I would
And
have
then
liked
you,
to heard more details, like the Ouija board could have used more instructions, and I thought some of the spells lacked a little bit of instructions, like the missing song. Said there's supposed to be a song, but what song? I mean,
yeah, it wasn't specific. It those kind of things would kind of seem to be almost again back to like up to a denomination of who decides what songs they're gonna sing, you know. And these and this is a good collection. A lot of these are ones that are from all around the world. They put these different ones together, and you would think that it would be a little more specific because one says very specific, and then another one is kind of like, well, and you would think that a spell would be a little more specific, you know, that this is what I want done, this is what's going to happen, and maybe this is the price you have to pay, right? And that's, but they don't all seem to be that. Other ones seem to be, well, you know, kind of giving the finger to them, and you know, the metaphysical finger to them, right? And that's like, I hope you get yours, buddy, right? And then you've got lavender, bunch of smell goods. Like I say, this candle, this thing smells so good. It just, yeah, that smells like you know your wife. You know what I mean? It just, that is just so nice. So we've got some smell goods in many forms. We've got some pretty rocks. We've got some herbs and some gems. We've got some crystals. I still don't see anything in my crystal ball. Put this there.
I wish I could have been there with you, so we could have been, you know, had both of our hands on that Ouija board. You know, maybe
I
you
I
need
am
2 people or more. You know.
I am going to put it to the test. Originally, I was going to have my son join because he had Sundays off, but it was only because of they were trying to cut hours a little bit. So, but now, of course, this week he was back on. So, but I am definitely gonna because he's got some days off coming up, and we are gonna test it because he's a good sport. He was on with me last Halloween. We talked about the Amityville Horror last year. We had a good time. So
Right on.
it was a nice little chat. Now he's a good sport, and we are going to test this because I've been trying to keep an eye on it, and even putting it on an incline and bumping the table and ringing the bell and lighting the incense and playing with the cards and everything I've done, it sure hasn't moved by itself. So we can say for sure that I heard somebody say, I think Carrie Ann was saying it. Somebody said this thing couldn't stay on the board. Every time they got it out, and no matter what board they used, they couldn't keep this piece on the board. It would just go right off the board. So I'm going to command this thing to go off the board, okay? If there's a spirit in this room, from the sage, from the portal on the floor, from the tarot cards, from the board, from the bell, from the candles, from the herbs, and from that smell good, because, man, you know what? I'm going to smell that one more time. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, from the power of the smell goods, I want this thing to move. It's not moving. I think we can conclude for sure that this thing doesn't move unless you touch it. And even if you have it on a slight incline, because of the texture of the wood, because this is wood, in case I didn't say, this is wood. So between the wood and the feet with the felt things on here, they've got enough grip that they don't move around willy-nilly. I've waved at it. I've blown on it. It doesn't move around. And my crystal ball,
It's got a nice sheen to it, but I haven't really seen anything crazy come out of it yet.
I can see myself upside down in it, which is the natural optics of what happens when you look into a crystal ball. You're going to be upside down. And it does look, I mean, with the different lights and the candle things, I've got all these lights going. It does look pretty cool, and I'm sure you could interpret it to be many things that look like one cool light show in there. But other than that, I don't know. I will stare at it some more later. Maybe I'll see some if I stare at it some more. But all in all, I think I've given it my fair look over at it all. I think I was open-minded. I read the directions. I put the inscription and we put it on the floor. We read some spells. We'll have to see if those come true. Mike hasn't jumped on yet and said his head is full of hair yet, but there's always hope. Mike may call me in the morning and say, "You're not going to believe this, but I got a head full of hair." And if he does, I will stand corrected.
And AR is supposed to be getting a raise,
AR,
right?
You know what? I'm going to make a note of that. Let me see. I don't want to forget. So we got hair. I wished everybody hair. Rain for you and the other folks that needed it. Right? We got rain, hair, and what was the other one I just said? Rain. Oh, shoot. We wished everybody hair. We wished everybody rain. And there was one other.
And there's the raise.
Oh, AR.
Yeah.
AR and the raise. Okay. There we go. That's our three big ones. So we need to see if and anybody let us know. Everybody knows my email, allhailbigfoot@gmail.com. It's easy to remember, okay? If you can remember anybody's email, you should be able to remember my email, okay? All hail Bigfoot, all right? I say it all the time. Send it to me or drop it in the comments if you grow some awesome hair coming up. If you get the rain you needed, and obviously we're not going to wait till next year, but if rain shows up that's needed somewhere in the next few days, and Tobin, I'm sure, will let us know if it does. And AR, I see AR around a lot, so I'm going to find out if AR gets that raise. And I am also going to start going out in the evening, and I'm going to let my eyes get adjusted because Hugh Ross did say you have to let your eyes get adjusted, and I am aware of that. Don't go out stargazing or looking up at the looking for meteors or anything and say, I didn't see anything in the first 20 minutes because, yeah, it's going to take your eyes a little to get adjusted. So go out for a few minutes, let your eyes get adjusted before you start looking. Okay, I will do that. And I will have cameras at the ready. I also have a telescope. I have binoculars. I have some really, my wife has this killer pair of binoculars. So if there's anything out there, I'll be looking at and I'll be taking pictures of it. And then let's see. Well, depending on what we got coming up, probably something probably later in the month, probably a little closer to the Halloween. I think we'll give it a fair shake. We'll give it most of the month, okay? And then I'm gonna pop back on, and we'll do a follow up, and I'm gonna let everybody know. Like I said, Hugh was not specific. In fact, he was very vague. He said that if a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend is playing with tarot cards, the UFOs will show up. So I think we gave it more of a shot than vaguely friend of a friend of a friend of a friend played with some tarot cards. We did them. We read the directions. We put them down. We did exactly what it said to do. I did it all on camera. Remember, everybody could see my hands. I got left hand with a wedding ring, right hand ain't got no ring, right? So we tried to do everything fair and square. I put my camera up over here so you could keep your eyes on stuff. You know, we shuffled the cards on camera and everything. So we left it up to the demons.
Did you write down the succubus? Does Big Bad Mama get her succubus? Also, too, that would be one to keep a hold of.
Shoot, I forgot about Mama. I can't forget about Mama's succubus. Oh, dang. You're right. Mama's succubus. We're gonna find out if Mama had a wet dream or not. May Mama have the most awesome wet dream ever. Yeah, Mama's and everybody loves Mama's stuff. If you don't, you gotta go check out Big Bad Mama's stuff because it's always good for a chuckle. Deconverted Man has stopped by for a minute there. Deconverted Man's always worth a chuckle. He's got a lot of good stuff. I just started checking out with Tobin here, but make sure you go check out Tobin's channel too. And am I forgetting? Oh, we had the demon here. I wanted to thank the demon for stopping through and giving us a few tips, and it's always appreciated. And we shall see if it actually manifests here as a UFO alien, because we're not expecting a demon. What we are testing is, and like I say, I tried to do this. I like I say, I don't know what else I can do. Okay, I got some of the stuff right. I did the stuff. Hugh says if you do the stuff, you're going to either see a UFO or an alien. All right, that's what he said, and he said it's scientifically testable. Okay, and if you don't remember, we're going to play it one more time before we close out here, okay? So listen to what he says, all right? Here we go.
It's here, but it's rare, but there it was common. And that's something else we see in the database. A lot of this goes on in equatorial Brazil. A lot of this goes on in France. But France and equatorial Brazil is where you got a significant percentage of the population that are significantly involved in the occult, witchcraft, paranormal, etc. And as I've traveled around the United States, there's 2 states where I've been able to see a significantly greater number of people reporting these kinds of phenomena, Hawaii and Alaska. But Hawaii and Alaska is where you also have a higher percentage of people involved in the occult. So that's one of the claims we make in our book. There's a direct correlation between the degree of occult involvement and these UFO experiences, these UFO encounters, and especially where people have a close enough encounter that they're getting a message from these beings. But we also close our book off by saying, if you will take the steps to eliminate the occult from your life, that will be the end of your UFO encounters. And this book has been out for, 18 years now. And I've challenged people, okay, try this and let me know if it doesn't work.
And we got one more.
I find it interesting that nations of the world where you got a higher percentage of the general population involved in the occult, you also have a higher percentage of the population reporting these close encounters with UFOs. And that even shows up in the 50 states of the United States. States where the incidence of the occult activity is high, like Alaska and Hawaii, we also see a correspondingly higher percentage of people claiming to have these encounters with UFOs. So our point is we're providing a testable, a scientifically testable explanation. If you open the doors of the occult, this is going to happen to you. Close the doors, that'll be the end of the phenomena.
Okay. What do you think? Did I open the doors, Tobin?
That sounds pretty clear as day.
We were trying, right? We tried to open it didn't say you had to levitate or anything. It just said if you're dabbling in this stuff, that is all that the demons need, which is akin to I compare it with the Dracula story, where vampires have to be invited into your home. They can't just come in and get you. They have to trick you into letting you invite them in. Then they can have their way. So there's always these rules that these evil, quote, evil beings have to follow. And the demons do have to have an invitation. So if I wasn't clear enough, I'm going to say it. I'm inviting you. Okay? I'm inviting a demon disguised as an alien with a spaceship to come and pick me up and take me for a ride.
And pick me up along the way.
And we're going to stop and we're going to grab Tobin along the way. And anybody else wants to come, give me a holler. Maybe KA wants to come along. What's up, KA? Good to see you. Maybe we pick up KA too. He might be sick and tired of being in Kentucky by now. And we'll all get out of Dodge and get lap dances from the Star Trek lady. And win-win. And I hear that they're going to preach to us that Jesus is bad because you need to take care of the earth and you need to be good to each other. And despite what a lot of these people are saying, and despite what Hugh Ross is saying, everything I found, and again, the sourcing is right, you got to take it for what it is. But everything I found is contrary to what Hugh and everybody else is saying. It's religious people, okay? For some reason, the religious people are just insistent that the aliens are demons and they are doing really nasty things to people. And I'm not going to say what it is because I'll probably get my channel bounced right off here. I don't know how they get away with saying it, but supposedly, yeah, the imagination with some of these folks is really disturbing. And when I actually looked up, and some of this stuff is in legitimate sources from psychologists and whatnot, people are not reporting that they're turning into demons and doing all these awful things, depressed, and all these other. And I'm not talking about just a little depressed. I'm talking about very, very depressed where it causes issues. That they hate God, that they hate people, that they're what I found is the opposite. People who have these experiences are repeating things like we should be good to each other. We should take care of the planet. They're trying to warn us about things to come. And it's not hard to see that if we don't take care of each other and the planet, it's probably not going to be a good future for anybody. Okay? Many of these people are not turned away from God. They're not mad at Jesus, and they're not demonic. In fact, many of them become religious. They become more spiritual. So I'm sorry. I have to disagree with almost everything that I've been hearing about the aliens from the Christians. They don't seem to be bad at all, other than they can't seem to fly their spacecraft without crashing into Earth. So you may not want to be in interstellar traffic with them or anything. All right, but otherwise, it seems to be one camp always sees the worst in things, and another camp always sees the good in things.
Oh
Most
shit!
people.
Wait a minute. So you're saying like that most people who dabble in the occult and stuff, like eventually become Christians and stuff? Is that what you're telling me? Because if that's the case, then I can't do this. I can't do it. No.
You're worried about being a Christian now. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Well, it didn't say specifically Christian. It didn't say Christian.
Right.
Maybe you find the right God. See, maybe you actually find the one correct God and the right path. See, and that's what the demons don't want you to know about, because I'm guessing the one true God really doesn't need money or any of those other things. So that would just ruin the business model for the whole deal, right? But all in all, I don't see the downside to the message, and I don't see a lot of horrible wording in a book that has spells in it, even talking to the dead and stuff. It doesn't come across as oh, Satan, please help us do all these things. It's more of an appeal to the gods, even if it's not specifically talking about a specific god. It could be talking about a pagan god, a god of nature, but it's chasing away the demons and embracing the opposite, So going into this again, and again, if anybody knows more about this stuff than me, get a hold of me. We'll do a video on it. Okay. You want to tell us?
There's lots of the season left. We're just at the beginning.
Oh yeah, sure. We got weeks and weeks of this in the Halloween season. So if somebody wants to come on and explain it a little better to any of us, we're happy to listen. If I got it wrong in any way, but I'm not seeing the bad guys once again as being the witches or and any of the people that are with the crystal ball, the tarot card readers. I'm just not seeing all the evil and Satan and all this stuff that's supposed to be all infiltrated in it. Now, I did, there is on the book, there's pentagram, and I did pick one up for a prop. I mean, I don't think it means anything. Some people say it depends if it points up or if it points down, whatever. I don't know. To me, it doesn't mean much of anything, but it seems to scare people. Again, I was having a little fun with it. I thought, if the believers are scared, then they're scared. I think it's kind of amusing that somebody would be scared of a piece of wood or a book or some cards or a game board or a bell that really sounds nice. And the herbs, the smell good, the incense, it all seems like things like most people do anyways, especially nowadays. People like to have smell goods in their house, smell goods in the washer, smell goods in the dryer, smell good hanging off your rear view mirror. They've got the battery powered smell goods now that you can put in your car and everything, you know. So maybe, you know, you're raising up a demon in your car putting that smell goods in, because there seems to be a lot of smell goods in witchcraft. I would like to read a little bit more. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to read up on this stuff. Usually I like to be prepared whenever I do a video or anything, but in this situation, I took the opposite approach intentionally. Okay. I didn't look up any of this stuff intentionally. I just went online and ordered some stuff off the top of my head, right? I ordered something with witchcraft on it, a book with witchcraft spells. I ordered something from India because I heard the demons are big in India. I ordered the Ouija board and the tarot cards because I heard it for the last time it's got to be about a month ago now. About a month ago, I heard tarot cards and Ouija board for the last time. Okay. It was the last time. I'm like, so I ordered them because, and so it's been sitting here for a month also, by the way, and nothing's happened. Okay. There's a Bible right here on the desk. It didn't disappear or burn up or nothing.
No spontaneous
doesn't seem
combustion.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any conflict going on between the stuff at the captive desk here. So the books and the different statues I have all seem to be in harmony. Nobody's fighting each other in the middle of the night or anything. My fairy's okay. My Buddha's okay. Everybody seems to be okay on the captive desk here. And and like I say, I think I've touched everything as good as I could. I think I read through it. I read the directions. I did some of the things. I'm in possession of the things. And I'm fully open-minded to seeing something in the sky. So I think we're going to leave it there. We're going to see what happens. And some point this month, I will do a follow-up to let you know what I've seen in the sky. And if anybody else sees anything that was watching, because you all were here, you might see something too. Okay. So Tobin, you keep an eye out. Anybody else in the chat that was here, y'all got to keep your eyes out too. Okay. If you see anything, snap a photo, get a hold of me, send it to me. I want to see it. I want to know about it because, again, I've never seen a UFO. So we're looking forward to seeing some cool pictures. And don't use that old camera that's a piece of junk, okay? Expect everybody to be using a modern camera, all right? Okay? No Bigfoot hunter cameras, okay? only good cameras. And, we'll do a follow-up, and we'll see what happens. And if I don't see a UFO, I am going to contact Hugh Ross, and I'm going to let him know. Because he promised me that I would. Now, he didn't promise me up close and personal, but at least I should see something flickering in the sky. And if I don't, I'm going to be disappointed. And otherwise, it's the Halloween season. I know a lot of us love Halloween. Who doesn't? Except for some of the hardcore believers that want to ban it. But, they don't want to have any fun with anything anyways. So, forget them guys. I hope everybody's that enjoys Halloween's getting geared up, getting their costumes and their parties and their decorations ready. I know some people are really into it, and that's great. Have a blast, have fun. We are going to do a Grassman Chronicles Halloween episode, and we're going to be covering the classics on the Grassman this month. We're going to do Frankenstein, Dracula, Werewolf, and The Mummy. Okay, because
Cool.
you got to cover those for Halloween, right? What else, right? Usually the Grass Man is, we don't do stuff like that, but because it's Halloween, we're going to do that for fun and for the season. And then we're going to get back to some Bigfoot stories after that. So we are going to get back to the Bigfoot stories, but we couldn't pass up the opportunity to join in the Halloween spirit because we do our show at the end of the month, and so is Halloween. So that's how it's going to be this month. Otherwise, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some aliens and hearing from anybody that does. And again, if anybody is into any of the stuff I did tonight and wants to come on and talk about it, get a hold of me, allhailbigfoot@gmail.com. Love to have you on and talk about it. We talk about tarot cards, Ouija boards, whatever you want to talk about. I always like talking about this stuff. It's a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. Tobin, thanks for stopping by. Everybody in the chat, I see Kentucky Atheist. I see Nara. Looks like Carrie Ann's been hanging out with us. That's great. I know Carrie Ann doesn't always get to make it to the shows. And Mike. Let's see. Well, Mike says it worked, so he must be growing hair. So we're looking forward to a photograph of that, Mike. And let's see, yeah, and Deconverted Man stopped by for a minute. Appreciate the Demon stopped by. Thank you so much. Really appreciated that. I don't want to miss anybody. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people in the chat. Wow, a lot of conversations. That's cool. I hope you scared yourself more than I did. My Jester, Lord of the Fools, AR, Aunt Jur was here. Jur, good to see you. A lot of conversations, a lot of comments. And Beck, what the Beck? Thank you for stopping by, Beck. Always good to see you. Appreciate you. Let's see. And I'm making sure I'm naming all of you because you're all included in this stream tonight, like it or not. So Al was here. Thanks, Al. BS, of course, BS Lewis was here. Well, love BS. Good stuff. Sumami too. Hello. Man, this is just great. So many people stopping by. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Tried to have a little fun. Tried to give you some information. Learn you a few things and have a little fun. And the spirit of the season, and it also follows too off of all the alien talk that's been going on over the summer and everything. So everything all kind of. Oh, Brian, good to see you. Always a pleasure. And Big Bad Mama, we did the spell, Mama. So pleasant dreams. Made sure to send Mama some pleasant dreams. And let's see. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of comments. I appreciate everybody that hung out. Stephanie, good to see you, Stephanie. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I'm still scrolling. That's folks were having a lot of talk, and we had a lot of comments going back and forth. Beck wants snow. I'll throw one in there for snow for you. Let's see. And Maya, hello, Maya. I know Maya's probably doing her show right now. I'm gonna jump over there and see everybody. If you're not subscribed, go over there and check out Maya. She does Bad Science on Sunday evenings. It's a lot of fun over there. So go check that out. And I think that's everybody. I hope I hit everybody. Man, I sure appreciate everybody. That was a good crowd. A lot of talk. Man, you loaded up the chat. That's great. I appreciate it. It's great for the algorithm, and it's great for the community and everybody having a good time all at the same time. Win-win. Appreciate it very much. All right, I think that's everyone. If I missed anyone, I'm really sorry. I tried to hit everyone. And oh, well, see, Trusty Ape. Hey, Ape, thanks. Thanks for stopping by, Ape. See, I did almost forget one. Azzo, too. Oh, see, I almost forgot. Can't forget the Azzo. You can't forget your Azzo, right? I mean, geez. And I think I said Nara. If not, again, Nara. And wow. I've been scrolling this whole time. Randy, KCA Randy, good to see you. YouTube Punk. Oh, and speaking of YouTube Punk, check out the community tab on my channel. YouTube Punk did some fan art. It's fantastic, really cool. Check it out. And yeah, Mike was through here. Always appreciate Mike. Answers in Atheism. Another one, if you're not subscribed, make sure you go over to Answers in Atheism. Mike's been doing stuff for years. He does great stuff. And we have a good time talking over there, too. It's always amusing with he has a lot of great guests he's had on over the years. Dr. Chris was just on recently with him talking about the mind and everything. It was really cool. And Leo stopped by. Leo, thank you. Ember, thank you for stopping by. Scott Duke and Mark. Mark, thanks for stopping by. And there's so many. And Pragmatic Crystal, of course. Love you, Crystal. And that is back to the beginning of the list. Wow, that is awesome. Appreciate y'all. I hope y'all had a good time. And again, we've got stuff coming this month. I know a lot of other people are doing stuff for the Halloween season. So I hope to all see you around on their stuff too. And Tobin, you got anything going on? Or just the stay tuned?
I hang out in the morning times. I like to get informed about current events and stuff like that, and hang out with me doing that. And yeah, I do art stuff and music. I have some videos that are dropping here. So yeah, I'm gonna be active, and I'll be in the chats and coming to hang out with all of y'all as well.
And I'll be around. And I'll add Tobin's channel in the description as soon as I'm done here, so you can find him real easy. And go hang out with him in the morning, or enjoy some tunes over there. And I enjoyed hanging out with you this morning. It was a good talk. And other than that, yeah, about that time, I would say I want to catch Maya for a minute. So thanks everybody again. And if you like stuff like this, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe with the bell so you get notified if we do stuff for the future and when we update on what happened. And drop me a comment. Let me know if you liked it, you didn't like it, what I got right, what I got wrong. I want to hear it, okay? And until next time, be good to each other and be good to the planet.